I was at about 175 carbs per day, and now I'm more like 500 carbs per day. My carb to insulin ratio changed, like I said, from about 1 to 9 per meal to between 125 to 135 per meal, depending on the day. And my basal rate has changed. I think I started around 16, and now, depending again on those same factors, I'm anywhere between like 9 and 12 and a half. When I was 30, I was initially diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I went to a normal endocrinologist and they wanted to put me on insulin. But before that, I went to go see this naturopath who was a family friend because I like natural things. He put me on this meat diet, which was so horrible. The first 6 months, it actually worked. I got my A1C down into the 5 range. Ultimately, that stopped working, and I spent like a couple of months in the 300 range, and I felt so sick. I felt like I was drunk, but with no euphoric effect, and it was terrible, and I was so thirsty and sick feeling. And also that entire year on meat, I was like so constipated. Every 3 days I would have to take laxatives. Like, it was that bad. For breakfast, I would have bacon and eggs and avocado and kale sauteed in olive oil. For lunch, I would eat a salad with meat on it. And then for dinner, I would eat meat and vegetables. If I made a smoothie, it had 10 raspberries that I counted out in it. That was the amount of fruit I was allowed per day. It was 10 counted raspberries. So the day I was like, nope, this isn't working, I went and got re-diagnosed. The way they found out that I wasn't type 2 was that I went on metformin and it had absolutely no effect on me, and they retested everything, like my insulin levels and C-peptide and everything, and they were like, yeah, you have type 1. I had looked for people to help me with finding food for a whole year before I actually found anyone. Eventually I just Googled it again, and it just miraculously, both Cyrus and Robbie popped up, and I think I emailed both of them that day. When I started the program, I was eating sort of high-fat vegetarian. I was still eating eggs and dairy, and I was at about 175 carbs per day, and now I'm more like 500 carbs per day. Making the taste buds not eat oil at the beginning was hard, but that I feel went away within a month. But the first month transition was hard, and figuring out how much to eat. I don't know. I had a hard time. I even stayed on the program for an extra 3 months or something because I still couldn't get things to my body to figure out. So my doctor still had me on metformin, even though I was taking insulin, which, within I think a month or maybe just a couple of weeks, I just went off of that, and I didn't see any huge difference. I was at about a 1 to 9 ratio, I think, for breakfast and lunch, and 1 to 10 for dinner or something like that. And it jumped really quickly to 1 to 25. I was at 1 to 25 for a while, and now I'm at 1 to 25 for breakfast and then 1 to 30 at lunch and dinner. But sometimes that's too much. It depends on if I ran 7 miles that day. Breakfast is greens and fruit. I have pretty much the same lunch every day, which is veggies and hummus. And then I eat sauerkraut and some kind of fruit, and sometimes a little bit of salad on the side. For dinner, I usually eat some kind of mixture of salad and cooked vegetables and some kind of starch, so potatoes or rice or beans. I also sometimes just make nice cream for dinner, which is banana ice cream. Sometimes I experiment a little bit more. The other day, I decided to make a raw carrot cake. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, and actually, if I go out to eat and have a stir fry that is oily, I just feel disgusting after. I can't actually believe how much oil I used to eat. And my basal rate has changed. I think I started around 16, and now, depending again on those same factors, I'm anywhere between 9 and 12 and a half. My cholesterol, I'm really fighting with bad cholesterol genes, and even in my mid-20s when I was taking care of myself less, I had very high cholesterol, very high triglycerides, and now the numbers are completely normal. I started the program and I weighed like 145, 146 pounds, and now I weigh just under 130. The number one thing I would say to anyone considering a low-fat, plant-based diet is that your taste buds will change. Like that first couple of weeks, like it might be weird and you might be surprised by the combinations you're having to, or just like stir frying with broth or water or nothing instead of like 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of oil is absolutely a big shift. Or even salad dressings. Now I'm fine mostly. I do like good salad dressings and I'm kind of a master at making them, but like I'm fine with just a like squeeze of lemon. But at the beginning of the program, that just seemed insane and like it would make me almost cry. So I think just like accepting that the taste buds will change and just letting that happen is like the number one thing I would say to someone considering